In possibly one of the biggest days in cryptocurrency since Donald Trump took office, the Fed officially talking about cryptocurrency today. Now, the question is, what were they talking about and what does this mean for your cryptocurrency bags this bull market cycle? Well, we're going to try and break some of it down as well as taking a look at that price action on Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So make sure you smash up that like button to a brand new all-time high and subscribe to the channel. We bring you daily content in this cryptocurrency market. That's news, reviews, technical analysis, brand new projects, and much, much more. With that being said, let's get into this video. So for many of you today, the FOMC, the decision on interest rates was made. Jerome Powell giving his speech. The Fed rate decided to hold interest rates. Now, that isn't a surprise. We talked about that a number of times over on my live stream. What was interesting for the first time that I can remember is Jerome Powell specifically talked about crypto and he talked about banks. Now, this is massive. We know that coins such as XRP, as well as many others, have been in talks about a reserve, been in talks about bank adoption, and Jerome Powell coming out specifically talking about it. We're going to break this down in a little bit more detail. So in his speech, he said, quote, "The threshold has been a little higher for banks engaging in crypto activities, and that's because they are so new." Despite this caution at the pros, Powell emphasized that the Fed remains open to innovation in financial markets. I mean, you can't really say no when you have a very much pro-cryptocurrency administration that are now in charge. Additionally, the Fed chair quickly addressed allegations that crypto firms are having difficulties accessing bank services in the US. This was obviously part of the alleged Operation Choke Point 2.0, which has subsequently been got rid of since Donald Trump comes into office. It says Powell added that the Fed's role is examining the relationship between banks and crypto is to analyze the bank use. He also acknowledged the industry's regulatory challenges and said a greater regulatory apparatus would be helpful. Now, what we saw was a very volatile cryptocurrency market. In specific nature, the Bitcoin price actually dumped 1.5% to 101. However, once we saw Jerome Powell come out and give his views, we actually see a 3.3% push to 1047. This is good news. An absolute tone shift in the Fed, which is crazy, but aligns to a pro-cryptocurrency administration. Lots of people now, therefore, talking about what could be coming. The reserve, the digital asset reserve, the Bitcoin reserve, whatever you want to call it, and the potential for some very interesting rate cuts over the course of this year. We are expecting 2. Could we get some more? Absolutely quite possible. We see an 18% chance of a rate cut coming in March. Look further to May, we see that move to 40%. June 18th, look out. This is where we potentially get the first rate cut down to 4%, 46% currently sitting in there. We'll keep an eye peeled on that one because I think that will move. And I actually believe you could see the first rate cut come in May. Now, what does that mean for the Bitcoin price? What does it mean for your cryptocurrency holdings? Lots of people now talking about the double bottom coming in only recently, particularly on the back of that AI crash. Now, people are now talking about the bounce to 112,000. Let's break it down and talk a little bit about what that is. So below 100K earlier this week, after the China-based artificial intelligence model DeepSeek gained significant popularity across US and global investment markets. The markets didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that Nvidia was allegedly involved. Maybe $500 billion come off that. But analysts detailing price charts now look like several double bottoms, including one forming near the 4-hour 200 moving average, an incredibly strong support and resistance line. This is a key thing though. What does it look like? The trading chart on the 4-hour moving average 50 indicated the blue line acting as a dynamic resistance level for the cryptocurrency. Currently, Bitcoin is trading below this moving average, meaning a breakout above this level could trigger more upside. A break above the 4-hour moving average 50 could signal a price rally to 112,000. What do we need to do though? We need to see a breakout of 108K. Looking here on the 4-hour chart, you can see some of these key levels as we kind of walk through. Here's the 106K mark that we want to see this break above this, obviously going across from a number of key touch points. Then you start to look for that 108 line, which is here. And then finally, a break above the 108 signifies, in my opinion, this push to this kind of 1012 range as we see. So you're going to see probably some volatility over this move, but eventually that's what we're looking for, the breakout above about 4% from where our current situation is. So lots of positives. And like I said, Jerome Powell coming in dovish in terms of what he said, but the fact that he referenced cryptocurrency, the banks, is a big deal. And I absolutely believe this is the start of my opinion, which is a pro-cryptocurrency administration supported by a pro-innovation FOMC and Fed rates. I don't necessarily think they're going to be pro-crypto as well. I think they have to stay very balanced, and obviously their dollar is what they're trying to protect. But I think this absolutely stands to a big move this year. If you think the bull run's ending soon, unfortunately, I think you are wrong. I think we're in for a strong move, and watch out. Price targets of 108, 112 on the rally up to 160, 170, 180 could be this year. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think of this Jerome Powell shift. Absolutely wild to think about. We're bringing you all the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency every single day. So all you have to do, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on. And if you enjoyed this type of content, smash that like button to a brand new all-time high. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.